For years, Toyota Nation has eagerly awaited the return to the compact segment with a model positioned beneath the Tacoma. And the concept that will underpin the small pickup, set to rival Ford Maverick, is finally here. Stay with us as we unveil how the all-new Toyota Stout is about to shock the entire car industry with its style, performance, and price. The Stout Resurfaces. The Stout name resurfaced in September 2022, when Toyota registered the trademark in Argentina. For younger truckers in the United States who didn't hear of the pickup, it had a rich history, being in production for 45 years, up until 2000. However, the new truck doesn't have much to do with its predecessor. Unlike simple trademark renewals, this was a fresh registration. The Stout name was never officially registered in Argentina before. This move suggests more than just preserving a legacy. It hinted at active development plans. Up until now, there's been little news about this compact truck. Fans were expecting updates about the truck Toyota might position beneath the Tacoma in North America, or the Hilux in global markets. Now we have a reason to celebrate. The Japanese company has unveiled the new pickup truck concept. Toyota Brazil officially confirmed a $2.2 billion investment to develop and build a new utility vehicle. This model is going to feature hybrid powertrains and will be based on the EPU concept unveiled at the Japan Mobility Show back in 2023. While the EPU concept was originally designed as an all-electric truck, this new compact pickup will use hybrid technology to align with Toyota's multi-pathway approach to electrification. What's EPU? Toyota presented the concept in its homeland, but it was a global debut of a future truck that will appear worldwide. A sleek aerodynamic design and a fold-down midgate for extended cargo flexibility were the main highlights of the prototype shown in Tokyo. While the concept comes with similar dimensions like Tacoma, the Stout will be shrunk a bit to fit in the compact segment and rival Ford Maverick. The interior of the EPU concept featured cutting-edge elements like a steering yoke and minimalist design, but it's doubtful these features will make it to production. Like every prototype, some parts are there just to show off. Instead, practical elements like traditional steering wheels, hybrid powertrains, and versatile interiors are more likely. But more important, EPU stands for the electric pickup, and we're getting mixed signals here. Hybrid powertrain and plug-in hybrid upgrade. Toyota's new compact truck will lay on the TNGA-C platform, the same architecture underpinning the Corolla and Corolla Cross. This is not a surprise, knowing that Ford Maverick shares the concept with Escape Compact crossover. This TNGA-C allows for various powertrain adaptations, including hybrid and plug-in hybrid configurations. Early reports indicate that the most likely engine for the upcoming Stout should be the all-new hybrid based on a 1.5-liter petrol unit. Of course, a system based on the RAV4's 2.5-liter hybrid is also possible. But it's not the best fit to Toyota's plans to build a budget-friendly truck. The drivetrain based on the larger petrol mill is more expensive and also more powerful. The company wants to offer an even more efficient power plant that delivers around 180 horsepower and returns 45 miles per gallon. Ford Maverick is a bit more potent with 191 ponies, getting them from a 2.5-liter mill. Toyota wants to make the Stout more affordable, and the Japanese company won't offer a performance version like Maverick's 2.0-liter Turbo 4 engine with 250 horsepower, at least not as a pure gas system. The TNGA-C modular architecture also supports the plug-in setup. Since it's unlikely that the truck will feature a 2.5-liter engine, and the company is already developing a new hybrid with a 1.5-liter mill, upgrading it to the PHEV seems a logical sequence of events. Unfortunately, that means the truck won't get 300 horsepower under the hood. With 240 to 250 ponies, it can be a rival to a turbocharged Maverick. Also, the plug-in hybrid could provide a practical compromise, offering exceptional efficiency and an electric-only range. With 45 miles per gallon and 50 miles of EV drive, such a truck will be a must-have for light-duty jobs. We'll see how Toyota is going to solve the towing capacity obstacle all hybrids are facing. As a compact pickup, the upcoming Stout will have to offer at least 3,500 pounds to be competitive. Production in Brazil and chicken tax. The trademark registered in Argentina, the truck will be built in Brazil. These decisions align with Toyota's strategy to tap into South American markets while leveraging cost-effective production. The plant in this region will be a home for a whole new family of hybrid vehicles. Not only that, but also different fuel systems, including ethanol, which is already a popular option in Brazil. This adaptability ensures the truck's relevance in various global markets. If Toyota decides to bring the Stout to the United States, it faces a significant hurdle: the chicken tax. This 25% tariff on imported trucks makes it cost-prohibitive to export the Stout directly from Brazil to North America. However, Toyota has a few potential workarounds. To keep the price a bargain, the logical choice is the U.S. production. The truck maker can assemble the new Stout at its existing plants in North America that use a TNGA C platform. For example, the Toyota Motor Manufacturing Mississippi, which currently produces the Corolla, is the strongest candidate due to its capacity and compatibility with the platform. The pickup can join the Tacoma production in Mexico. Plants in Guanajuato and Baja California are strategically placed to serve both North and South American markets, benefiting from Mexico's trade agreements and proximity to the United States. If Toyota decides to produce a Stout in Mexico, it could boost cost efficiency, since the manufacturing outside the U.S. is generally cheaper thanks to lower labor and operational costs. This would help Toyota maintain competitive pricing for the Stout in a segment where affordability is key. Since the Mexican plants are already geared toward truck production, they have the skilled workforce and infrastructure necessary to produce a compact pickup like the Stout, with minimal adjustments. Still, Toyota will have to retool these plants, but that should be smooth, without major overhauls. This plan also depends on production capacity. The Tacoma remains a high-demand vehicle, and the Mexican plants are already working hard to keep up. If Toyota shifts some of the Tacoma's production to another facility, it would free up room for the Stout. Alternatively, Toyota could invest in expanding its Mexican facilities to accommodate both vehicles. Market that's becoming crowded. The compact truck segment is growing, with Ford's Maverick leading the charge, and Hyundai's Santa Cruz also competing. Stout will need to stand out with hybrid technology, competitive pricing, and practical features if Toyota wants a slice of the market pie. Rival brands like Chevrolet, Ram, and even Nissan are working on compact trucks as well. Toyota's extensive hybrid expertise gives it an edge, especially if the Stout can deliver superior fuel economy like the Tacoma and the Corolla Cross, the crossover that shares the same platform and returns 42 miles per gallon combined. The main rival, the Ford Maverick, does 40 miles per gallon in the city and up to 33 miles per gallon on the highway. With the EPU concept underpinnings, the upcoming Stout will feature compact dimensions, slightly smaller than the Tacoma, ideal for urban and suburban environments. The unibody construction is perfect for improved ride comfort and efficiency. The fold-down midgate is an innovative storage option. It could force Ford to add the Pro Access tailgate for the Maverick. Anyhow, this is not a two-model race. Hyundai's Santa Cruz also deserves credit, and until Toyota begins production of the Stout, we might witness public moves from General Motors, Nissan, and Stellantis. Will the Stout come to the U.S.? There's no way that Toyota will miss the opportunity to get a share of the biggest truck market in the world, which is also growing fast. Ford gambled, and it turned out like the best recent move by the Blue Oval Company. However, for now, we have confirmations about new trucks from Brazil and Japan. Toyota's patient approach means the truck maker is still evaluating the market. Factors like production costs, import tariffs, and competition will influence the final decision. The Stout will take the position below the Tacoma, being more efficient and, what's the best thing about it, a more affordable option. When the American version of the truck becomes official in the near future, we expect the price close to $20,000. With so many advantages, the compact will be worth waiting for. However, such a starting price depends on the production location and how Toyota will solve the chicken tax obstacle. Building the Stout in the U.S. will hardly end up with a $20,000 product. Mexican production could work, but the company will still have to invest in retooling factories or expanding facilities, which can also add up to the final price. Finally, absorbing the tax might also be an option, keeping in mind the low production cost in Brazil. This country has a well-established automotive manufacturing industry with access to cost-effective labor, localized supply chains, and abundant natural resources. If Toyota can achieve significantly lower production costs in Brazil compared with facilities in the U.S. or Mexico, the savings could offset the tariff costs. Absorbing the chicken tax might make sense for a limited initial rollout of the Stout in the U.S. market. Toyota could gauge customer demand and test the waters for a compact pickup before committing to a large-scale production shift. If the Stout proves popular, the company will definitely invest in retooling and expanding the North American manufacture to bring entire processes closer to its primary market.